What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders Awakened and the Episode 1 PTR and testing. Now, one thing that players have been asking about for a long old time is, when are we going to be able to use something besides the DST? Well, the time is now, y'all. Let's take a look at the DST here. We'll fire one up here. Let's go ahead and we'll give this DST a buff beam and get it all fat and juicy, and we'll do some comparisons. Because let me tell you, there is a few different defenses in game right now that are going to want you to stop spamming DSTs. And let's take a look at what the DST is capable of first things first. Now, as we see here, it's got a 1.00 attack speed cap. Mine are hitting for 4.48 million damage. If you want to take a quick look at those DST stats, this is my DST apprentice. Now, let's say, of course, you can tower boost the DSTs, and tower boosting the DSTs is going to get them up to 6.5 million damage per second. Well, let's say you want to overcharge your DSTs. Now, with the speed caps now, any speed that goes over the cap is going to be converted to damage. So overcharge is actually quite powerful. So if we take a look at an overcharged DST, oh, it's now doing 9.19 damage per second. 9 million damage per second, so beast. Now we can take that further, of course. Let's say we use a speedy gemstone. That's even more speed. So we've got speed on speed on speed. We'll get that speedy gemstone procced, then we'll pop some overcharge, and holy smokes, we are doing 12 million damage per second with the DST. Certainly quite the powerhouse, no doubt about it. However, there is some other stuff that you're going to want to pay attention to. Now, let's go ahead and get our buff beam back down. That way we can get things all apples to apples here. We'll just stretch a nice buff beam right across there. And, oh, you know what? Let's do something I know you all will enjoy. And let's get that buff beam down. And let's take a look at the Warden. Now, the Warden's towers, 3 of her 4 towers are quite blah. There's no doubt. This is a PTR. There will be balance changes. There's no doubt that 3 of her 4 towers need some balance drastically. However, she's got herself a powerhouse, y'all, and that is the Sludge Launcher. The Sludge Launcher is an absolute beast. If we take a look at the stats here, 7,400 power, 4,800 rate on this one. This one's going to cap out at 1.5 seconds. It shoots way slow, but you see it's doing 7.6 million damage per second. Now, what happens if you upgrade it all the way? We've got our overcharge upgraded all the way. Now it's hitting for 11.5 mil every 1.5 seconds. What if we tower boost it? If we tower boost it, we are hitting for 16.6 mil every 1.5 seconds. Now, you guys do the math. Obviously, the dummy's not going to catch up on it. That is just wrecking it out. Now, there's another thing to keep in mind, and that is the Sludge Launcher is splash damage, y'all. Oh, yeah, it is splash damage. So, let's say we have the Sludge Launcher over here shooting at those dummies. Let's get it upgraded back all the way, and oh my. We are hitting more than one enemy for that massive amount of damage. Crazy, crazy goodness. Now, let's go ahead and move it back over so it's just single target here. Let's upgrade it all the way. See if we can't get a decent showing here. 11.52 mil. With that tower boost, we are doing 16.6. Now, what about the Apprentice? Well, overcharge, y'all. Overcharge. If we overcharge this bad boy, it is not going to be 16.6 mil anymore. Let me let this tower boost fall off. Go away, tower boost. When you want it, it goes away. When you don't want it, it lasts forever. So now, when we overcharge the Sludge Launcher, holy shit balls, y'all. 23.6 million damage in an AoE splash every 1.5 seconds with overcharge up. Crazy, crazy good. But once again, what if you swapped on over to a speedy gemstone on your apprentice? It's doing 20 mil right now with just that. Now what happens if we overcharge this bad boy? Holy crap. 31.21 million damage every 1.5 seconds. This is some lane melting hotness. There is just no doubt about it. So the Sludge launcher is definitely a hot pick for the replacement to the DST. Now let's take a look at another obvious choice, and this one is kind of a fan favorite from Dungeon Defenders 1, and that, of course, is the Lightning Tower. The Lightning Tower, as you see here, is my stats: 7,400 power, 4648 on the rate. Let's go ahead and upgrade that one all the way. Let's drop an LT right here. Quickly get it upgraded. Let's step away and get this boost off of here. And let's see what it's doing. It's doing 1.28 million damage every 0.33 seconds. So 3 times a second, it's doing 1.28 million damage. Now remember, the LT can chain. Now, yep, it's still not quite chaining like it does in Dungeon Defenders 1, but the LT can chain to different enemies, making it an absolute powerhouse. Now, let's go through the routine again. What happens if we tower boost it? We're up to 1.857 mil damage, chaining around the map every third of a second. Well, what happens if we throw in the overcharge? We're going to have to let that tower boost go away so we get an apples-to-apples comparison here. But the LT is just melting baddies. So let's go ahead and overcharge it up now. And holy crap. Holy crap. The conversion on damage on the LT is so incredible. 5.4 million damage every third of a second. Now, that's, what, 15 plus million damage per second? Well, what's going to happen if we go ahead and give it a speedy? Because we know hot stuff happens when the speedy comes to town. So let's see what the speedy gemstone does for it. Just by itself, it gets it up to 3.887 million damage per tick every 3 times a second, y'all. And then we throw down overcharge. Oh my. We are now doing 9.4 million damage every tick 3 times a second. That is, what, 28 million damage per second just off of one lightning tower, and of course it is going to chain around the map to various enemies. So a couple of absolute powerhouse defenses in the Dungeon Defenders Awakened PTR that you should be excited about, because these things are just badass. So that will do it for now. Thank you all an absolute ton for watching. Don't forget to click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time around. Take it easy.